Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man.
Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, young king. Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, Young King. Hey, this is Coach D, yours truly. I remember last week we had an opportunity to talk about a few things. There's one thing in particular that I really want to be able to just zero in on, and that's create. Remember how I told you that we are creative beings. You and I are creative beings. And so that means that, again, we have the ability to create. It's in our nature to create. I'm not just talking about invention, so I go into the garage, I want to be able to create this new thing. Not just in that sense. Or maybe I'm in a process of baking, a chocolate cake, and I made a wrong step and putting in different ingredients, or I didn't set the temperature the right way, and as a result, I create a star crunch. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not just talking about the creativity in terms of inventions, but I'm talking about creativity as it relates to creating solutions to problems. Some of you may be familiar with a lady by the name of Helen Keller. For some of you may not. And who Helen Keller is, for those who are not, she's a lady that lived most of her life being blind and deaf. But she didn't start out that way. She died being blind and deaf, but she didn't start out that way. Like, she was born as a baby who was able to function normally, like any other kid, right? She had the ability to pop lock, right? she had the ability to be able to see, to be able to taste, to be able to smell, to be able to hear, to be able to touch. She had that ability. She had reached the age of 19 months old. She had contracted what they called brain fever. And that brain fever had led to her being permanently blind, permanently deaf. And so just for a moment, imagine that's you, right? All of a sudden you wake up one morning and you realize, I'm opening up my eyes, I can feel my eyelids opening, but all I see is darkness. Like, I can't see people, I can't see images, I can't see things, like I can't see color, I can't see anything. And to top it off, not only can I not see, but I can't. No sound. Would you feel lost? Of course. Would you feel scared? Yeah. Not only did she feel lost, not only did she feel scared, but she got to a point where she was highly frustrated. I'm talking about pissed off, guys. And she had no problem expressing that frustration. No problem expressing the way she really felt about not being able to see and not being able to hear. She acted out. When I say, this is what my family would say. She showed her butt. Real talk, like she showed her butt. She did things that were just uncharacteristic about her. And so the parents are looking like, well, she's defiant, she's disrespectful, she's disobedient, she's unruly, she's mean to other kids, she's abusive to her teacher, right? One article I read was talking about how Helen Keller actually had knocked out 2 of her teacher's teeth. Crazy she was. That's how crazy she was acting. So she's on this downward slope, right? Like, she's spiraling out of control. Why? Because she found out, I can't do what other kids do. Like, I can't be a normal kid. I can't have a normal life. So yeah, that was frustrating. But all that began to change when she began to create, catch the word, when she began to create a new solution for the problem that she was experiencing. When she began to create that new solution for her problem, that's when things began to change. She learned different ways of actually communicating. It was amazing. And she started to be able to cope and be able to get around those obstacles that she had been dealing with. Guys, she went from spiraling out of control to now maturing, improving, blossoming into this impactful, influential, significant person in our history, Helen Keller. But one thing that Helen Keller had said, I really want to be able to hone in on this right here. Helen Keller said, the only thing worse than being blind is to have sight but no vision. It's one thing, guys, to be able to see well enough to say, yep, that's a problem. Yep, that's an issue right there. Oh, that's not going to be good. Whoa, right? It's one thing to be able to see, but it's a whole nother thing to be able to envision. And that's what I'm asking you guys to do, to really envision. So when you look at the problems that you may be facing, that you may be dealing with, or that you're going to deal with, right? When you actually look at it and you identify, yep, this is a problem. Don't do what the average person does and then just sit there, just sit in the mess. Just sit there being stressed out, you're being frustrated with the problem that you're experiencing. Don't just sit, don't just stop. What I'm challenging you guys to do is what Dr. King did. Junior, he saw that there was a problem back in his time, right? He saw there was a problem with inequality. There was an injustice that the black people were not being treated fairly, equally, right? He saw that they were being, the segregation there. He saw that there are Jim Crow laws that were set up to create a disadvantage for the black community, right? He saw that. So he saw the problem, he saw the racism, but he didn't stop there, guys. Dr. King began to think about a solution. He began to envision, okay, well, what could bring about what I really want for our community? What could really bring about, not just for the black community, but also for any other community, be it white, be it Hispanic, be it Asian, be it Native American, whoever, right? Like, what can we do to where everyone can receive equality? And so he began to envision a solution. I want to camp out right here, right now. Like, stop looking at your problem and just leaving it, just like leaving yourself, right? Stop just only identifying the problem, and now let's start to envision a solution. So he began to envision a solution. What can we do to be able to fix this problem? You know what? We'll bring the people together. And we'll bring the people together by love, right? We'll bring the people together by having respect for ourselves. We'll bring the people together by being unselfish and being considerate of others. We'll bring the people together by building up one another, right? We'll bring them together, and by us coming together, now we can understand the importance of being on the same page. Now we can understand the importance of treating one another with the same level of respect, with the same level of love and care and consideration. You hear what I said? He began to envision a solution, guys. That's my point. He began to envision a solution to the problem that he had identified. And so that's my challenge to you. Began to look at what possible solutions are there to my problems. Make sense? All right. So my question to you, what is your problem, right? Like, what is it for real? Is it family? Like, maybe family is divided. Is that your issue? Like, nobody's coming together. Nobody's there to help one another. Everybody's out to do themselves and not really concerned about the next person. One family member can be hurting, but it seems like nobody comes to spend time with that person, comes to be able to help build that person up. If that's the case, I'm asking you, young king, what are you doing to be a part of the solution? Stop expecting somebody else to come in and provide the solution. Not only do we have the ability to create, but we also have the responsibility to create. We have the responsibility to create. So next time you see a problem, be it family, how can you be a part of the solution? Maybe you envision yourself actually going to that cousin, or calling that cousin up, because you know the cousin is lonely right now, right? The cousin is feeling like she's all by herself. Nobody's there to understand her. You know, she had a baby as a teenager, right? And family kind of shunned her from that. Hey, cousin, just want to check on you and the baby. You guys doing all right? Is there anything I can do for you? All right. Just know I love you, all right? I'm gonna be checking on you. I'm gonna stop by. If you need diapers, whatever, hey, let me know. I got you, right? Simple things. Hey, Grandpa, I know your kids won't even come and see you, but Grandpa, you know what? On my way to work today, I just want to stop by. I just want to spend a little time with you. I have probably about 5 minutes. Just want to just say, hey, I love you, and just see if there's anything I can do for you. And what we don't realize is those little things that we do, they add up. They really do make a difference. They add up to the solution to your problem. And you're taking responsibility by doing it. But I need you to envision what that solution can be. What can you do to be a part of the solution? Because if you see the problem and you do nothing, then automatically you are a part of the problem. If you just sit back and do nothing, you're still just as much a part of the problem. I need you guys to catch this, man. Like real talk, I need for you to catch this, because y'all getting frustrated and you're upset and you're pissed off at some things that are going on. Parents, okay, parents are bickering. I get it. Maybe that's your problem. And maybe they stressing you out. But I need for you for a moment to envision what can you do to be a part of that solution, to bring a solution to that particular problem. Instead of parents bickering and arguing, they talking about divorce, or maybe they have divorce. Maybe you sit both your parents down and say, hey, for real, guys, y'all want to know why I rarely show up at home? You want to know why I try to stay as busy as I can outside of home and not having to come until late at night? Because I'm tired of y'all arguing. I'm tired of y'all actually going at one another, and then y'all throw me in there to use against each other, and that's stressing me out. Man, it's stressing me out so bad, for real, Mom and Dad, that right now I'm going to the bottle. You wonder why I come in and I'm drunk. It's because I'm stressed out. Like, you guys are causing a lot of stress in my life right now. You wonder why I don't talk to you, because it seems like when I do talk to you guys, you start to push me away and tell me to go to this parent or whatever the case. Listen, I'm tired of it. Maybe that's part of the solution. Maybe you sit down and you just be for real with them. Like, this is how it's making me feel. You wonder why I stay high? You wonder why I spend as much time with my girl and her family as I do, instead of spending that time with y'all? Because, man, I don't even feel like I'm part of the family anymore. I feel like I'm part of that problem. And I don't want to be a part of that problem anymore. I don't want the stress anymore. You catch what I'm saying, guys? So I'm asking you for real, envision what the solution could be to that problem. Don't just identify the problem. Hey, listen, envision what that solution to the problem could be. If you want to take it a step further, I'm asking you to do this. Imagine what the outcome is going to be when you put that solution in play. Imagine what the outcome is going to be when you put that solution in play. You hear me? Imagine that. Because that in and of itself should drive you. Remember what I said, guys. I don't care what your problem is. It can be family. It can be parents. It can be school. It can be addictions that you're dealing with, right? It can be past mistakes, things you kind of keep repeating. It can be your little homies, right? It can be your friends that you call yourself hanging out with, your associates, your class. Whatever that problem is, maybe you're not quite ready to grow up yet. Maybe that's your problem. Maybe you're saying, man, it's coming too quickly. Like, I'm about to graduate in a few months, and now my parents talking about I'm gonna be on my own. And maybe that anxiety, maybe that's creating anxiety. Maybe that's part of your problem. Maybe you have a disability, kind of like Helen Keller, right? You got this disability, you just frustrated. Like, I'm not normal. Maybe it is racism, right? Maybe it is racism. I don't know, man. I can't tell you what your problem is, but what I can tell you is that what I told you before, if that problem is going to change, you got to take the responsibility of bringing about a solution. You are responsible for creating a solution to your problem. Do you do it on your own? No, you don't. You don't. There's some things that you just don't know how to handle. But still, being a part of the solution can be as simple as saying, you know what, I need some help. Help me, please. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. So if you keep your mouth closed, listen, you'll never be able to eat. If you keep your mouth closed, listen, you'll never be able to get the help that you need with bringing about a solution to your problem. Real talk. Listen to me. So at the end of the day, instead of complaining about your problem, let's find solutions. Let's begin to envision what that solution could be. Let's begin to imagine what the outcome will be when I actually implement or put in play this solution that I envision. You hear what I'm saying? I can't say this enough, guys. I promise you, I know it's heavy. I know it gets hard. I know you feel like quitting, but I'm telling you, whatever you do, young king, whatever you do, don't stop. You hear me? Whatever you do, don't stop. Don't stop imagining. Don't stop moving. And don't you quit. Keep walking. And you will win, young king.
Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man.